Hi, this is your art lesson this week. It's me, Mrs. Hicks, and this week, hopefully you have already heard the story. You click that other link, and this is the book. It's called Mary Blair's Unique Flair. So Mary Blair was one of Walt Disney's favorite artists. So it says Mary Blair was a girl who loved color. This love stayed with her through childhood and launched her career, which included working as an artist at the Walt Disney Studios. She created films helped create films like Cinderella and the attraction like It's a Small World, and she eventually was named one of the Disney legends. So it says, all of this, a dream come true for a girl who loved color. So I really, you know me, kids, you know I love color too. So that's probably why I really like Mary Blair, and I love the illustrations in this book as well. So you could see below probably that I included in this lesson on the Google document, I included pictures of the Oakview art room where I did that, the mural that was inspired by Mary Blair of the castle, and then this one is the one that I drew. So I did note on my lesson that and if you're watching this without that Google Doc lesson, I'll add this little bit. So when I drew this one, I used markers to color in the castle, but I used crayon in the background here for the sky. So I prefer that when you're coloring in a large area, that I prefer crayon over marker, because sometimes, like, do you see how the marker, like in this space right here, the marker shows that red, like it shows lines where you drew it? I don't like seeing that in the sky. I think that is really distracting. So that's why I kind of make the sky softer with crayon. Now, so I'm going to show you, there's two different ways that we did this. This one is, and the directions are on your, on the Google Doc. But I'll show you how I did it. So first of all, let me get another piece of paper. Hold on. First, I took a piece of paper. I'm going to angle you down so you can see what I'm doing down here. I have this piece of paper and I folded it in half this way. So I folded it like this. There you go. And then I always like to use something that I have. Like I'll use this ruler and really give that a good press on that crease, and then open it up, flip it the other way, give it another good press, and then ta-da, two pieces. Okay, so for this one, there you go. For this one, I started by making, there you go. It's hard to show you this. Okay, I'm gonna start this one by making squares and rectangles. So I would make a square at the bottom like that, and maybe another one over here like that, and then more rectangles up like this. I would vary the size of them, the height rather, so some would be a little bit taller and some would be shorter. And that's how I did this one. Also for this one, I really kind of kept it simple, and I just used circles, triangles, rectangles, and squares to fill up the spaces. Also here I made some lines that way and lines that way. So that is one option. For our Kinder friends, that might be something that you might want to try it like this. Or if you have grown-ups at home that can help you, if you haven't used a ruler before, the way that I did this one, and grown-ups, if you want to do the ruler part for them, that would be fine. And then they could go in and draw all the details. So I put my ruler down and I line it up against the edge of the paper like this. And then I just make, I'll go about here. 1, 2, 3. If you do not have a ruler, you can get a piece of cardboard. You can get another piece of paper. Anything that you have, you get the other piece of paper and lay it here and make a straight line. Whatever you have at home that could give you a straight line, that's what you could add. Now, like when I did this one, You see I have that little extra space on the side right here. I just added a little skinny tree. You could even make that another part of the castle if you wanted. So I would, since I was using my ruler on this one, I just kind of went across here and continued with the ruler. And then, but if you don't want to continue with the ruler, you could, let's see. You know what? I like to make them different heights. I'm going to go a little bit higher with this one here. Hold on. There. And I'll go over here and make this one a little bit higher too. Maybe not as high as that one. And then I'm going to go across. Like I said, if you have grown-ups at home that could help you with this, or older kids living at your house with you, this would be good to, they could help you with this. And then you just start adding triangles or half circles or even little blocks. Maybe that one goes off the edge like that. I always like to add a flag or two. You can make that your favorite color. Maybe make this a West Deptford Castle. You can make a WD in the flag. That might be cool. And then just go along here and vary the lines that go across this way. Maybe some of them are the same. Maybe some of them are really narrow. But making them look different, that is what makes it interesting. So then you would just go back, and this would be for either of the styles. And I like to make these arches so it looks kind of like it's a door. Maybe somebody could peek out of there, like it's a, you know, somewhere they could come out. So to do that, I just put my line here and I make almost like an upside down U. I'll put one there, maybe one here, and maybe this one will have two double doors. Like that. If you wanted to draw an actual door, you could do that. That might be cool too. The one in the room at Oakview, there is one spot that's got a design that kind of goes like, almost like steps. That's kind of cool. And then you could have something else in here and maybe something in there. So look at the samples and add anything that you want. You might even want to have somebody at home help you to Google Mary Blair and Google image Mary Blair, and you can see all of her really cool designs, and you can get some inspiration and look for some shapes and colors. I hope you enjoyed this